Good morning, Franklin. It's a little after 11 o'clock on Monday morning. It's our tradition now to give you your top 3 things you need to know for the week. And I'm Eric Stuckey, your city administrator. I'm standing here at the 2nd Avenue parking garage. Had a couple things to share with you. First about the garage and a couple other things going on this week, of course, or to just inform you about this week. Of course, I've got my handy dandy Post-it with me that tells me what I'm going to talk about, so I make sure I know. You see I even crossed out an item. We'll get to that next week. First of all, at the garage, I'm standing in front of a new entryway that we put in place a few months back. This should make it safer for pedestrians that want to go to the church or over to other areas a little bit north of here. So this is a better way to go out of the parking garage than to walk through the vehicle entrance. So that's a change that we made. Should be safer, makes the parking garage work a little better. And speaking of making the parking garage work better, we are in the process and are testing out this week a system that will allow us to post both online through an app, and then also as you enter the parking garage or come to either our 2nd Avenue or 4th Avenue garage, you will see a sign and monitors that will tell you where there are parking spaces available. So you don't have to go search and figure out if the parking garage is full, which does happen from time to time. You won't waste your time trying to find a space. If it is busy but not quite totally full, you can see, oh, there's parking available on the 3rd level or the 4th level or whatever the case may be. So it's really designed to make it quicker, easier for you to understand where parking is available in the garage, and encourage you to use the parking garages downtown, especially for longer term parking use. One of the discussions we're having with the board is about possibly moving Main Street parking from 4-hour time limits to 2-hour time limits. We looked at the use of our visitors and citizens and found more often than not they were using it more around an hour 20, hour 30 each time, and this will allow those spaces to turn over more quickly for our visitors and folks using the restaurants and retail spaces. So that's your first item, parking. We've talked a little bit about that before. Second item, we did sort of tease this a little bit about Pilgrimage, which is coming up September 22nd, 23rd, the 4th year of that big music festival at Harlansdale. And the initial group of artists were announced. Got some big names coming. We've got Chris Stapleton and Jack White and Lionel Richie, for those of you from the 80s. Like me, you might enjoy that. That'll be a good one. Counting Crows, lots of other bands. And one of the great parts about Pilgrimage is they put together such an interesting mix of artists and of music and types of music that you'll end up running into a band you've never heard of before that you'll end up just loving and enjoying. So there are names you know, names you don't know, but it's a great mix of music. And of course, we continue to look at that event to make it as successful as we can for the community and as user-friendly to those who come to enjoy the music and the good times at Harlansdale. And then our final item is something that's been going on at the legislature and something we've been working hard on in the city to make sure that we keep in place. And we've had for many years, probably 30 years almost here in Franklin, what's called design standards, which are different elements that guide what neighborhoods especially look and feel like, and how homes are constructed, what they look like, and so that they fit the character of the community. And there is a movement at the state legislature to not allow cities like Franklin or any cities in the state of Tennessee to have those design standards. And those are things we worked very hard with the community. They tie back to our land use plan and work that's gone on for many years to establish what Franklin looks and feels like. And we just felt that that's something that should be decided at a local level and not made on a statewide level. And we got the good news this past week that bill had been taken off notice, which means it will likely not be considered during this term by the General Assembly. So it's an important thing to protect the investment our citizens make in their homes and our neighborhoods, and keep the quality of life and the quality of the built environment, the homes and the neighborhoods that we all call home, at a high quality level and something that fits the character of our community. So that's been a big deal. We're glad that is not moving forward and that the state is continuing to respect local decisions about that and what fits our community. So those are your 3 things. We've got this beautiful garage with a great new entrance, and also signage coming and a system coming that'll tell you what's available in terms of parking spaces. We've got the Pilgrimage lineup that's come out, and we've got good news that the design bill is not moving forward at the state legislature. So that's where we are, Franklin. I hope you have a great week. Hope you had a happy Easter, and have a great week. Take care.